Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, May 21st. It is 6:23 right now. We have market opening up in about 7 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a few things here to update and we should be good to go. All right, looks good. Looks good. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. Links are sent out. And it looks like we are good to go. So as people join in, I'm going to go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here. Going down to the 4 hour. Going down to the 2 hour. Down to the 1 hour. Down to the 30 minute. Down to the 15 minute. Down to the 10 minute. And back down to the 1 minute here. All right. Looks good. So good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, May 21st. It is 6:27. We got market opening up in about 3 minutes. Um, let's see. Good. Uh, let's see, Roosevelt. Send me a message on Discord so I can see what your username is because I can't look you up. I'm not sure what your username is on here. All right, we got market opening up shortly, guys. 2 minutes. Direction for the breakout here is looking like it's going to possibly be a buy if this buy signal here closes. Let me go over here and identify the market structure. So market structure for today, I mean, it's in sort of a range. It's like a really big range, but it's not exactly super established yet. So I'll just mark up possible range area here. And this is just like possibility of range at this point. So we got that, and then we got this possible area here. Looking over here at the 30-minute market profile. So we have value low, which is at 42,330. Price already bounced off that area. 42,330. Point of control is going to be around. Actually, the value high is like pretty far off. Value low. Yeah, and this range is like really, really far out actually. Now that I see it from right here, Tuesday up until today. So we got market open here. Breakout is running for a buy right now in profit. That's one look all weird. Yeah, so breakout for today is currently running for a buy. No entries here yet. It's going to start to set up for a possible MPS V2. If it pushes up any higher. Yeah, I'm looking over here at the market profile and it's like super far out. All right, Jackson, it's all updated. Or Roosevelt, my bad. Yeah, your thing's all updated. So let me go ahead and check this out over here, guys. Yeah, the range here is actually pretty far out. So initially, I was just looking at this lower area right here, but this is the actual range. It's pretty far out. This is from market open yesterday. Uh, Basically Asia session. This is the whole range right here, and the point of control is like way up here. So. I mean, I guess we'll see what happens here in a few. Um, this is basically the point of control. It's going to be at 42, 442. 42, 442. It's point of control, volume profile. And the value high is going to be like right here, at least for now. So 42, 540. It's a messy chart today, guys. Just looking at like where all these zones are kind of placed, like it's pretty all over the place. Um, I mean, we'll just try to work with it, but I'm just looking at this from where it's currently at. It's pretty messy because everything's kind of spread out pretty far. So liquidity right there just got hit, guys. Breakout for today hit full TP. The breakout's been on a pretty hot win streak for the past 2 weeks, guys. I'm surprised it's been hitting that much, but it's been hitting pretty often. Yesterday it hit 5 days in a row. Today's hit. I don't think yesterday's hit. So I think there's been like 7 wins and maybe 1 loss for the breakout lately. Yeah, Nick said if I had just arrived the past 2 weeks, I would be hard pressed to not start taking the breakouts. Yeah, the breakouts are have been hitting super crazy. Shivam said the price is still within the 15-minute orb region. Yesterday's, yeah. So it's been a pretty big range for the most part. I mean, price ends up coming right back up from where it was. But yeah, I mean, I guess we're just gonna keep playing it as is. So there's not really too much here to work with. Basically, this is the day from yesterday up until today. So this is Asia session open up until the current time. This is how much market is I mean, for the most part, ranged. Um, for the day so far, which is, I mean, it's a pretty big range. Point of control is way up there. I don't remember why I put this here for 460. 442 is a point of control. 525 is value high. Fifty is a value low. All right, so I'm looking over here just to see like where these liquidity sweeps will likely happen. I mean, they're for the most part kind of like happening around this area. So that's why we had a liquidity right here, and I was trying to identify if there was going to be a sweep. So it looks like there's possibly going to be a sweep here. And we're within the big range here. So there's a possible sweep that may happen. The MPSV2 actually never came up here. We had a buy signal push up. We have the retracement right here, but it never pushed back up for continuation. So we may have a possible MPSV2 to the downside right here, back to this lower end. This is a possible sweep. Price basically came up, rejected off the structure here, and then came back down lower. So basically a fake out into a confirmed sweep right there. The problem with this being an MPSV2 is that we have opening price right here. So if price does come back down further, it's going to have to get through the opening price. I mean, this liquidity right here has already been knocked out, so I'll just go ahead and take this off the chart. We'll possibly try and look for some more sweeps here if we can. I'm not using the sweeps as entry points, guys. I'm just using the sweeps to identify possible opportunity for a shift in price. Yeah, Brock said he's looking for a return to the 42,335. Okay, so Brock's looking for it to come back down here. I could possibly see that possible liquidity sweep down here off the liquidity. So come down right here, liquidity sweep and fake out off the value low. It's that green line. Let me check the news for today. So there's not really much news here today. It's just gas stock change. There's news at 4 o'clock. It was medium impact, not super impactful. It's just the mortgage rate. And then we have gas stock change at 7:30. That's about it. Let's see. Christian's asking, would you consider the 7 a.m. news relevant? Not really. Like I said, it's just mortgage rates. There wasn't really much of a reaction here based off that news event, so not really. Yeah. I know usually we'll mark up the medium news, but this here, I mean, I know what this news is, and we've seen this for like, you know, we see it every month. It's not really one of those news events that are really impactful. Kind of same with the gas stock change, right? Gas stock change or oil stock change is like medium too. But unless you're trading oil or if there's some sort of oil thing happening like OPEC for the month, it's not super impactful. So the thing is you don't want to have too many red flags, right? Like I've talked about this before. It's okay to have like the important red flags, but having too many red flags is, it's gonna really screw up your opportunities for entry. All right, so the MPS V2 never came up here for a sell. We had a sell signal, retracement, never came back down for confirmation, which is fine because even if it did come back down, I wouldn't have taken it because it'd be right here at opening price. So just following it through. So if we get a smaller range, I'll adjust the range a little bit. But yeah, it's not looking like it so far. We might get a range. So if what I'm doing is I'm marking up liquidity over here. The liquidity is going to mark up the highs and the lows, and then if we mark up these highs and lows, we'll be able to identify where the liquidity is, or if market starts to range. Like for example, I have this area marked up right here. So if this is the case and price starts to continue ranging within this middle area, I'll just mark up a new range within here. So far, no opportunities at the moment. If price comes back down, this MPSV2 may start to come up, the older one that we just talked about. So sell signal, price breaks and closes below this area right here. This would still be an MPSV2 for a sell. Let me go and take a look at the overall chart. So the overall charts here are starting to shift a little bit. The 4 hour is it's still bullish, but it's starting to shift to the bearish side. 1 hour is bearish now, 30 minutes bearish, 10 minutes bearish, 5 minutes bearish, 1 minute bearish. So this could be a possible setup for MPSV2 for a sell. I mean, if anybody is looking to take it, of course. So, I mean, there is a confluence here. It's rejection off the point of control. So we got that rejection right there off the point of control. Looking over here at the 30-minute time frame. Let me just take off the blocks. The blocks aren't super necessary. Rejection right here as well. So we got some confluences right there for a sell. 1 hour time frame, same thing. They're all the same. So 1 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, they all have upward projections. If this closes below possible MPSV2, again, it's going to be right at the opening price, guys. So I'm not necessarily looking to take it. If you guys want to take it, I'll mark it up for you guys, but I'm not personally looking to take it here. This would have to close below. So below this area right here, this is a threshold. Price would have to close below here with a red candle. If it does, it's a possible opportunity for MPSV2. The only problem for this specific entry is it's right at the opening price, right? And there's a liquidity right there. So what might happen here is a liquidity grab. Price may come down a little bit, liquidity grab, shoot right back up. So that's what you want to be careful for. Ideally, I mean, I would like the sell to happen up here, like possible liquidity grab up here and then come back down from there. And I'd look for the entry somewhere down the middle right here. But again, if you guys want to take the entry, I will mark it up for you guys. I'll follow it. We'll see if this ends up working out. It's just, it's in a red flag area, like Brock just said, red flag. And it also looks like we're starting to establish some sort of range here. So basically a range within a range. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So no confirmation there yet, guys. Again, this candle would have to close below this box right here, basically, for it to confirm. As you guys can see here, it's basically a range within a range. All right, so for me personally, I don't like the price action here at all, guys. If this ends up coming down below here and closes below, I mean, it's going to be an MPSV2, but if looking at the price action here, this isn't good price action. Plus, we have the red flag right here with the opening price. So if you guys want to take it, I mean, feel free. I'll mark it up for you guys. We'll follow it. But just looking at how market's moving right here, it's not really going anywhere. It's just kind of sitting around this area, going back and forth, possibly looking to break below. So Shabam's looking for buys above the 42,466, which is going to be basically outside the range. And he's looking for sells before 42,367. Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, Siobhan is basically looking for buys above this area and sells below this area. So basically within the two liquidity zones that I've marked up here. Price is starting to squeeze, so we might be preparing for a breakout here, guys. So you guys can see here the range is getting tighter. This is the range that I marked up, but then the range here is actually getting a lot tighter. The MPSV2 still hasn't came up. Sell signal, retracement, no confirmation. Pending buy signal here. If that's the case, price may push back up higher. Let's see, Sam said he'll buy at like 42,300. Yeah, I'm with you on that one right there, Sam. So that's what I was looking for right here, Sam. Possible liquidity sweep down here. Comes down to the value low and then grabs that liquidity. Looking for the same thing, Sam, down there. All right, we have a possible MPSV2 setting up right here for a buy now. So the sells are no longer valid. I'll take this off. The sell here just never completed. So we had a sell signal right here, price retrace, never came back down to confirm. We currently have a buy signal right here. So the buy signal is going to push to the upside if we get a retracement and a continuation. Possible opportunity right there. ATR is currently at 24. All right, we got the buy signal right here. We got price pushing up. Rox, it might sound crazy, but yeah, I'm looking for bearish momentum now to scalp it. Yeah, I mean, everything here is starting to shift to the sell side. So that's why like I was kind of looking for sells there as well. Let me see how far this could possibly see. This is going to be a little bit of a problem because it's going to have to push up to this upper area over here. Let me see if there's any confluences for a buy. See, the thing is, I don't see any confluences here for a buy. So I don't really have, I mean, there's one right here for the 1 hour, but there's not really too many confluences here for a buy. Yeah, there's nothing really. If you guys want to take this buy here, I mean, feel free. This is going to be an MPSV2 for a buy right here. I just don't see any confluences. There's nothing on the market profile, nothing on the volume profile, nothing on the clean chart, nothing here on the support resistance. This is a MPSV2. So if you guys want to take it, I'll mark it up for you guys. I'm not in this position here. I just don't have any confluences there for me to want to take the trade. I mean, it could play out. There's like one area of liquidity right here. There's not like a lot of liquidity hanging out around here, but there's like one main level, which is this one right here. Um, See, this is where I would be a little careful for it because price may grab liquidity and then may reject from that, but it could be enough to hit your TP. Also, if price pushed up any higher to here, like it's enough to hit your TP and then come back down lower, but there's no confluences here and there's like not enough liquidity and the volatility here is a little low. It's currently at 23. It's like this is something that you'd have to hold on to for a while. I mean, not to say that it's not going to hit, but it does have opportunities here for it to reach. Like there's target points, right? Target points right here, the value high, point of control, and it could possibly come back down a little lower. Yeah, Brock said I'd have taken it if it were above 42,462-ish. Yeah, same here. I mean, a little bit higher, right? Because I wanted it to be above the value high in the point of control right here. Like a break and retest over here would be great. I mean, that's probably what's going to happen here. And we got price pushing up higher. The ATR is currently at 23, so I think you probably get out at like 23 or 20, wherever the whole number is. 20 points right there just got hit. So yeah, depending on what your TP stop loss would be, 20 points right here got hit already. The 30 might continue to push up higher. But we talked about this yesterday. A lot of this stuff you got to base off the ATR. Nice. So Nikki caught it and Kyle caught it. Nice work, guys. The 30 will probably hit. So like this is the main thing of why I thought was still good because I think price will probably push up and reach this area right here, which is the value high or the value low and the point of control. So the 30 points is still pushing. 20 got hit already. There you go, 30 points right there. Nice work, guys. If anybody caught that trade there. I was tempted to take it. I wanted to take it, but there just wasn't any confluences here. I got no bottom rejections here on the point market profile, nothing on the 30. I mean, technically there was one right here on the previous candle, but not on the current one. 1 hour. I'm gonna mark up some new support resistance above this area. And Solange got it for 30. Nice work, guys. That's so weird. I don't know what's up with my trading view. When I updated it, it's now at these levels. Earlier it didn't have any levels. Either way, the support resistance here didn't really have much structure for me to want to take it. All right, so we're like in double top territory here now. So we got this area here. We're currently at the upper range. That was another thing too that I was kind of worried about. It's just the upper range right here. And Sam got it as well. Nice work, Sam. All right, so a lot of people actually caught this move here. Sam got it, Nikki got it, Solange got it, Kyle got it. Nice work, guys, on catching that entry right there. Um, I was tempted to take it. I was almost about to click buy, but there just wasn't much of an area for a sweep. For me personally, I like to see the sweep happen. So looking at this here, I would possibly maybe if this swings back down, take the sell back to the downside. If there's a sweep. So that's just, big if there's a big if that price does sweep around this area. 494. It's currently at the or I mean it's getting close to this area here. So 42, 495 is going to be the value high. Value low moved a little bit. It's at 40. I think it's still there, 450. Yeah, so I just gotta check this I gotta check this periodically to see how it changes because it does change like almost every 30 minutes. 42, 442. All right, so there's not really many other changes here. 42, 330. All right, so we got liquidity right there got broken. Liquidity right there got broken. I'm looking for these sweep areas, guys. So like what I was mentioning earlier, I'm just looking for these sweeps to happen or like areas for the sweep to happen. There may be a possible sweeper on this area. So this whole upper area could be a possible sweep zone. So what I'd be looking for is I'd look for price to kind of sweep from this area and continuation back down. It's just a lot of things up here. There's a bunch of liquidity. Um, there's the sessions right there. So I mean, the sweep could possibly happen at this, like right now, where this liquidity is happening. So if this here pulls back down, below the point of control and stuff, this could be possible opportunity for a sell to the downside back into this lower range. Yeah, it's one you said it's in a 1 hour fair value gap. These candles are important. And yeah, it could go back down. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for here. I mean, either way, we'd have to look for a sell signal regardless. So whether we get MPSV2 or not, we're still looking for that sell signal to come up. That sell signal is going to be the confirmation here. All right, here we go. As price comes back down lower. So basically, price got to the upper range right here, bounced off this upper range, established a little bit of a triple top right here. Rejection, rejection, rejection. Looking for it to possibly come back down for an MPSV2 for a sell. There we go. We got the possible sell signal here pending. If we're to possibly pull back into the range down here. All right, possible MPSV2 setting up for a sell here. The ATR is currently at 21, so you might want to adjust your TP stop loss once you get into the position. We'll follow it. ATR is a little low, so might want to adjust it down to 20. I'll go in for a 30-30 and I'll probably make those adjustments as, price goes along. Let's see. All right, price pulling back down. We have rejection here off the 30-minute time frame, rejection off the 1 hour, rejection off the point of control, rejection off the market profile, volume profile, rejection off the clean chart. And man, what's up with these charts here, bro? I don't know what's up with this. I gotta refresh everything. When I get on in the morning, I might have to update this because for some reason I don't know why my trading view didn't update at all. It had old charts on the screen. Like this clean chart over here, there's a bunch of green candles. That's why I knew it wasn't right. All right, I was hoping we'd get the MPSV2 somewhere around this upper area. I don't want it to go too low because it's going to go down to the opening price. And it's going to go down below this range here. So I'm looking for that retracement to happen sometime soon, hopefully. We got the retracement here. I'm watching the price action. This thing's pushing up pretty strong. So this thing spiked up pretty strong right there, guys. It was coming down for a bit and it shot up super strong on that current candle. I'm gonna check CNBC, any updated news here. It's the only breaking news we have right now. Two news events actually. So Dow drops more than 300 points as Treasury yields spike higher. Natural gas highest level since May 14th. Canada Goose shares soared 20% as company beats estimates. All right, so if this candle here closes red, this is going to be a possible MPSV2. I'll be watching for it here. I don't really like this price action. It's spiking up like pretty hard right now. We'll see. So we got to wait for the candle to close because what might happen here is like, last minute spike. And that's kind of what I'm anticipating right now because volatility is so unpredictable at this moment. ATR is back to 22, so it's picking up a little bit. This thing's spiking up. Damn, that's crazy. Look at that huge, huge spike. All right, so I guess there's not going to be a sell here. That's crazy. That thing spiked up within like seconds, spiked up almost 100 points. I don't know what's causing the spike. See if there's any news that could be behind that. So there's nothing here on CNBC. Let's check out financial juice. Financial juice is good for the breaking news because they always have the updates. I mean, there's nothing scheduled for 7 o'clock. I'm assuming Trump said something, or I don't know. No updates. Yeah, I don't know what it is, guys. I don't see any updates here. We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, Sam. Huge, huge spike right there. All right, so we'll see. It looks like, there was a bit of a liquidity grab right here. It looks like price kind of pushed up pretty sharply to this upper point. Bounced off the value high right there. So much for a sell. Looks like we're not getting a sell here after all, guys. Keep watching for opportunity, but Not too much here to work with. Again, we only had one entry come up for today, guys, or two actually. We had the breakout come up over here, breakout hit full TP for 50 points, and then we had MPS V2 come up right here. Other than that, there hasn't been anything else. We looked for an MPS V2 for a sell, didn't come up. We looked for two MPS V2s over here, actually, and none of them came up earlier. So market open right here at 6:30. We looked for price to push up, retrace, continue. There's no buy entry here. We looked for price to come back down. There was no sell entry there. There was a buy entry that came up right here. A little tricky with no confluences, but it still played through. Nothing here for a sell. And then now we have a possible buy setting up. The only problem with the buy here is that we have all of these red flags around this area. We have the sessions and we're at this upper range. You can see here, price has trouble getting past this upper range that I drew. I drew this range at pre-market. So this market movement was from earlier today. Basically, pre-market. So we got price climbing up higher, but this whole upper area here is a tricky area to be looking for trades in that specific direction. Um, a lot of liquidity kind of building up. So the good thing is that we're getting volatility here. I mean, the ATR is up at 25, so that's pretty decent. Possible MPS V2 setting up right here. It's going to be right at the sessions though, guys. All right, this is a possible MPS V2 for a buy. It's tricky because it's at the sessions, guys. Complete red flag right there. Breaking through the sessions right here, the Asia low. If you guys want to take this, we'll follow it, but I'm not taking the trade, of course. So there goes the MPS V2 for a buy right there. Buys actually look really good today. It was at the sessions, which is obviously red flag. So this is good because it can come up and grab liquidity from here. There's two things that can happen here. There's liquidity sitting up here, so it can either be a break past liquidity, or it can be a liquidity grab where it grabs liquidity and it comes back down. It's tricky. I also would be careful with the buys here because of the this big candle right there. Whenever you see a big spike like that, typically it's like an area of it's manipulation, of course. This candle spiked up 100 points within like a few seconds, and then it came back down and it started to push up even higher. I don't really see any I don't see any orders here on the time and sales. It's like those big spikes are like, it looks like we're going to break and retest of the sessions right here. Not in the position. I'll just mark it up for you guys. So whenever I see a big spike like this or a big candle, I typically try to go the opposite, right? So I'm looking for that correction back down, especially when it's a big spike and the candle has a huge wick like this. So basically what I see here is price spiked up, it retraced super hard, it came back up to fill that wick, and then now it's coming back down. What's up, Steven? Morning. It's crazy, Steven. Every time you miss the live session, the breakout hits. I mean, I know you're not taking the breakout, but every time you miss a live session, it hit. Like today again, it hit full TP right there, Steven, with like no drawdown. I swear, it's like as soon as you stop taking the breakout, it starts to hit. It's on a crazy win streak right now. I think like 7 wins, 1 loss. But I don't recommend you take it because I know as soon as you start taking it, it's not going to work. It's you just got to stick with something long enough for it to have its good phases and its bad phases. Christian said with that spike, I'm more inclined to take sells only. Yeah, and I'm with you on that too, Christian. Definitely with you on that one. Oh, nice. Yeah, Steven said didn't want to take it, especially today since it's my birthday. Happy birthday, Steven. I just saw your messages on Discord too, Steven. That's cool. So, yeah, you can have the month. So you're good. Sam says he's getting 15. Be happy. Did you take that sweep to the downside, Sam? It was a pretty decent sweep. Looking for the possibility of this to swing back up. So there's a couple of different scenarios here that can play out. The scenario that I'm looking for is for price to pull back into this lower range. So I'm looking for a sell signal to come up and then possibly a continued drop lower into this lower range. That's like one scenario. The other scenario is price kind of consolidates around this area, breaks above, and climbs up higher. So a couple different opportunities there, scenarios, etc., for price to, kind of go around. I'm marking up liquidity there so you guys can still stay in tune with, wherever price is possibly to go. All right, we got the sell signal up. Let's see what we got. No retracement yet. Nothing there. Volatility here is starting to flatten out a little bit. I mean, there's a couple candles here that are picking up, but for the most part, it is starting to flatten out. ATR is currently at 23. I'm looking for that retracement candle. So we have a sell signal here, price pushing down, looking for that retracement back up, continuation back lower from here. Let me take a look at the confluences. So there's nothing here yet. I mean, if price breaks and retests off that point of control here on the 1 minute possibility, I mean, price is still within this range. You can kind of see what price is sitting from. 30-minute time frame, rejection off the top end, 1 hour rejection off the top end. volume profile, rejection off the top end, nothing here on the clean chart, and rejection right here off the support resistance. So we don't have confirmation of retracement yet, but I'm looking for this here to close green. I'm hoping this candle here closes green, and then possible opportunity for a confirmation next. All right, so if this next candle right here closes red, this is opportunity for MPSV2 for a sell. I'm hoping the volatility stays decent. I mean, like right now it's kind of slowed down a bit, but I was hoping it'd stay a little decent for it to, obviously continue dropping from here. So no confirmation there for MPSV2, not yet, unless this candle comes down red at the last second. No, it's not looking like an entry here. Sam's looking for a possible sweep right here. All right, since there's no entry here, I'm going to go and take a look at market profile. So market profile over here, 443. It's still the same, it hasn't really changed. 510 for the value high. $345 for the value low. Okay. So we still have the possible MPSV2 setting up right here, guys. Candle closes red. Again, I don't like the price action here. You guys can see how these candles are very blocky. I don't even think this is going to close red. If it does, it's probably going to close at the last second, which is not what I like to look for. I wanted to make sure that it's for sure red. Yeah. So again, right there, you can see that thing pushed down at the last second. Didn't close red. So there's no MPSV2 there for a sell, at least not yet. All right, still nothing there, guys. I mean, it's tricky market that we're dealing with. So we got a buy signal here currently pending. I mean, price is still stuck within this range. So if you look over here on the clean chart, the range is pretty much, I mean, it doesn't look like a clean range, but this is, I mean, realistically, this is the actual range, right? This whole area right here. Christian said maybe price is waiting for news. I mean, possibly. It's just oil change news, so it's not really super high impact. So, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens here in a few, but there's the volatility here is pretty flat. It's not really doing too much. It's staying within the range here. One thing that we have here that's kind of nice is we have a possible break and retest off the structure. We have price bouncing off the point of control right here. So there's a possible MPSV2 that could still be setting up right here. Depends on how the price action is looking. So if this here closes with a red candle, this is an MPSV2. I'll take this here if it does close red. Might have to adjust my TP stop loss a little bit though, because of the ATR. So we got about 10 seconds left on this candle. I'll be looking to take this here for a sell. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So let's see. Entry was
order filled.
So I'll hold on to it for a little bit before I make adjustments to my TP stop loss. I kind of want to keep it above the range right here. I don't want it too high or too low. I mean, technically the entry should have happened up here a little higher. So I got in for like maybe a little bit of obviously a little bit of some slippage there, but it's okay. The only thing here that I'm going to be worried about is the low volatility, right? Because right now the market's not really doing too much. It's going back and forth. The ATR is currently at 21. So we'll see. But target here should be a little bit higher, it looks like. I'll leave it right there. So I'll adjust the target right now just a little bit to conform to like what the 30-30 is, and I'll make some adjustments later if necessary. So it should be around 97. It's just 1 point. 57. There's not really too much going on here. Volatility is really low. Let me see where the 20 is at, just in case I need to adjust that or if I feel the need to. I'm leaving at 30-30 right now. This is going to be 20 points. This thing's kind of flat. The ATR is actually getting lower. It's currently at 19 now, which I don't necessarily like. I don't like when the market's flat. I want it when it's like volatile. Big bullish candle right here. And I don't know what's up with my Ninja Trader, guys. I've been having these issues with it lately. So it closed me out actually earlier on like, oh shit, my bad. I want to move that. Um, I mean, you guys probably heard the noise right there on well, whatever. On my main accounts, it's still running. This here might hit my stop, it looks like. I'll leave it as is. My risk is calculated from the 30, so I can take the 30 TP stop loss. Obviously, if I need to tighten it, it's fine. But if I take a loss on the 30, it's not going to impact it too much. Have it set at 30-30 still. And it's probably going to stop me out, and it did. All right, so unfortunately, ate a stop right there on this trade. For this week so far, for the trades that we covered during these live sessions, we've had a win on Monday, win yesterday, and a loss today. So 2 wins, 1 loss, unfortunately. Unfortunately, the one that I take right here that goes for the full move ended up hitting a loss. The volatility here was like, I was expecting it to stay flat, and then all of a sudden we get this big, big push to the upside right here. So it's all good. I mean, it is what it is. Got to eat that loss, move on to the next one. I'm probably not going to take anything else today because that's my full risk for the day. I still got to figure out like what's up with my Ninja Trader because I don't know why it keeps. I don't know if that's like a random sound that just keeps popping up, but for some reason I keep like I took the full loss on that one. So I did message Apex about the issue yesterday, guys, when it closed me out early when that trade won. They're looking into it, so I can't trade on like on my 300K accounts right now. The I'm looking at my accounts right now. I think it was my SIM account. So I have, if you log into your personal account, it has a SIM account on here. I think what happens is my SIM account is copying it too. And the thing is the SIM account isn't it's a smaller account. So I think I figured out the issue, guys. Okay. Because I just pulled it up right now. I'm looking, my SIM account was logged in and it's attached to the copier. I think the like what happens is there's not enough funds in a SIM account because it's just a tester account and I'm taking the full contract size on it. So like what happens is it ends up closing out early when it is when it gets margined out. I'll have to look into it a little deeper though, but it's all good. Anyways, took a loss on this trade right here and we'll keep looking for opportunities. 7:23 right now, so we got some time. Man, this whole month's been kind of like all over the place. I'm either having issues with my platform, trades are like not really coming up. Volatility's low, but we're still stuck within this range. So there's a possible MPSV2 that's setting up right here for a buy, guys, if anybody's looking to take it. But yeah, anyways, Apex is looking at my other account because they thought it was kind of weird too that that happened yesterday. For today, I see there's an issue that that noise that came up was because of my SIM account. It's because I had to change the accounts around a little bit after what happened yesterday. So I had to change my main account, which was executing the trades. And I think I accidentally enabled the SIM account to copy as well. All right, MPSV2 still hasn't came up. There's a possible buy signal right here. Or sorry, not buy signal, buy confirmation. Solange said, gonna take my profits and chill. It's moving wacky. Yeah, I know this big bullish push right here. I mean, there's two times that this happened right here, right? There's big bullish push right here, and then also the huge candle that happened right here, the 100-point bullish candle. Definitely moving a little wacky across the board with regard to, I mean, just the market conditions. I wasn't expecting this to push up this high though, this big spike. It's pushed about 50 points and then it pulled back down. The weird thing about this here is that there was no liquidity down here, right? So it didn't trigger liquidity. Like there was no structure here where it triggered, like there's no liquidity sweep that happened. It just kind of pushed up. Um, See, if anything, I was looking for a possible sweep right here. Like I was like, okay, this is why I held to the 30 because I was like, okay, it's probably gonna sweep and then come back down. But it's all good. It's, you know, it's just the day today. So the buy entry never came up for MPSV2 right here, guys. We had a buy signal, price pushed up, retraced, buy signal right here, or buy green candle, but it didn't close above the momentum. So there was no MPSV2 for a buy here. This is pending sell signal. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. If you look at this candle right here, so we're getting like a lot of like random spikes of volatility. If you look over here, we have the spike of volatility to the upside, 50 points, and then again, we have a spike of volatility to the downside right here. This is what I was looking for. I was looking for price to spike below and then grab liquidity and retest the point of control and then come down to this lower range right here. Yeah, exactly. It's Longy said, what is this movement? I know. It's 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 like choppiness, choppy blocky candles. Block to the upside, block to the downside. I'm gonna toss this up as like just an unlucky trade because you can see here that price is coming. Like this is what I was expecting to happen. See the target would have been hit right there. So if we didn't have this like random spike to the upside and just came straight down, this is what I was actually aiming for. The reason why I was kind of sold on the sells here was because everything here was shifting to a sell, right? We had the 1 hour, which is bearish, 30 minutes, which is bearish, 10 minute, which is bearish, 5 and 1, which is all bearish. So everything here is pretty much bearish. That's why I was like, okay, if we get a sell here, the thing is the sell candle was actually a pretty decent candle too. It's just we got stuck in the consolidation. But all right, we'll just keep following it here. If you guys are looking to take this here for MPSV2, you'll be looking for this red candle to close below this blue line. If it closes below, this will be opportunity for a sell here. Today's a lot more unusual compared to yesterday and the day before. Monday was actually pretty good. It was very directional. Yesterday was a little choppy, but also directional. Today we're just like getting a lot of chop. It's a lot of choppiness. All right, another possible MPSV2 right here for a sell is currently running. ATR is currently at 21. All right, we'll follow it here, guys. So looks like my entry here was just, like I said, it was just an unlucky entry. Price is going to where exactly where I thought it would go. This is where I was expecting price to go to, and it's now pushing down and just got this random spike right here to the upside. But hoping for this to hit for you guys here. Again, if you want to adjust your TP stop loss, you can. It's currently at 30.30 right now. If you want to go for that 20, that 20 would be right there. I mean, price is just in this big range. I mean, if you look at this closely, guys, it's really just ranging within this area right here. And of course, it hit TP right there. Exactly. Right. Christian said, of course that's going to hit TP. Yeah. Let's see. Nick said good trades past 2 days, just hit stop loss and straight to TP. Unfortunate. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. So like what I was saying about this entry over here, I'm just gonna toss it up as an unlucky trade because the analysis is working out. It's just I don't know what causes big bullish push right here. Like this bullish push was super random. I was like, okay, price is consolidating right here. It's probably just gonna shoot down. But yeah, I mean this bullish push right here was just spiked me out and then it came right back down to where I was expecting price to go. That's why I was trading within the range here. So I was like, okay, if price trades within the range, it's gonna pull and go, straight down to this lower block over here. But I mean, it's all good. Yeah, Nick said all good. I'm here for the long term. Shit happens. Exactly. So nice work, guys, on catching that. Brock caught that. Talanji caught that as well. Solid move there. Yeah, Shivam said looking at the MPS versus the previous one, I think I'm moving forward. Moving forward, I'm gonna avoid small candles, but all for learning. Knowledge is key. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean that's something that I was kind of looking at too, Shivam. Like basically when the market started consolidating right here, this is where I was kind of thinking, okay, maybe this is like something to hold off on. But then when this candle here closed, I was like, okay, this is probably going to continue pushing. But yeah, like you said, when it gets stuck right there, it gets stuck. There's another confluence here that I was looking at too. I think CJ's mentioned this. I don't know if CJ's here right now. CJ's not, but CJ did mention this. Actually, I guess this wasn't. Right, it was. This was a high level momentum scalp right here. This candle broke and closed past pivots 1 and 2. So that's why I was a little convinced that this here was going to be a pretty nice drop to the downside, which it was. I mean, it ended up coming down eventually. But this one over here was, it kind of just flattened out. So it's all good. Um, Anyways, looking at the entries for today, there was about 3 entries that came up. There was 2 that hit full TP, 1 that hit stop loss. For this week overall, I mean, the market hasn't been super, super bad. There's been, I think we had 6 or 7 back-to-back wins on Monday, and then yesterday we had about 6 or 5 back-to-back wins. So overall, even though today, I ended up eating this loss, the other days have been pretty smooth. And here we go, as price drops lower. Looks like the 30 would have been hit, or it's about to get hit. Yep, man. Let's talk about bad luck. Yeah, it did. So this is exactly what I was, if this over here didn't happen, this push to the upside, this is exactly the setup that I was looking for because price was trading within the range. So I was like, okay, if price trades within the range, it's going to come down to this area down here, which it did, but not without some manipulation here initially. So, all right, it is what it is. We'll just keep looking for any opportunities here as price continues to move along. 7:33 right now. We got about 20 minutes until 8, 27 minutes. I'm going to shut down my NinjaTrader because I'm not taking anything else today. So the good thing is that That loss was only taken on basically half my accounts. Um, I mentioned the issue to Apex with my 300K account, so they're looking into that. I wasn't able to trade on those because those accounts are currently locked right now. Um, so thankfully, I mean, my loss wasn't like super huge. I only took them on the 50K accounts and then my other accounts as well, my Tradeify and the the other ones that I have. Oh, that reminds me. I never got my account with Perdia. So I have my live funded account that I mean I guess is pending, but because I haven't got my I totally forgot about my Perdia account. I have a live funded account with them and I just never followed up with them to get it. All right, so let's see if there's anything else right here. Yeah, Brock said I'm not being jumpy, but I'll be looking at NQ again. Might have to check how PA is reacting. Notice pretty fluid. So I took Williams juice. Yeah, all right, Siobhan, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Yeah, Talanji too. So Talanji and Shivam are going to call it a day. They said FOMO is starting to kick in. So yeah, if you guys are starting to get FOMO, feel free to wrap it up for the day. I already closed down my laptop, so I'm not taking any more trades on my accounts. Overall today, there was three trades or four trades actually. So the breakout hit full TP over here for 50 points. We had MPSV2 hit right here for 30 points. This MPSV2 took a stop loss. Unfortunately got caught in the chop right here as price, just pulled back a little bit and ended up coming straight down to its TP. The next MPSV2 right here, full TP, and there's nothing else here at the moment. Lilas didn't miss anything good. You missed a couple different entries. The one I took, of course, didn't hit, but everything else did hit. So it's all good. There'll be more entries. Brock took the buy right here. So Brock took the buy at 42,338. Okay, so Brock took a buy here off the sweep. Are you still in the position, Brock? Pushed about like 40 points. All right, let's see if it pushes up higher. So I'm going to look for areas right here for Brock's possible push to the upside. All right, I'm hoping tomorrow because I think Apex is going to hopefully they finish investigating my account by the end of the week so that I can get back on the 300K accounts. So once I take those, it'll probably bring my account back into profit because I didn't, it's going to be basically double the profit from the losses today. And we'll see what happens here tomorrow. Man, it's a choppy market. So Longy said is TP stop loss set liquidity to liquidity for liquidity sweeps. I would probably set it to the ATR, Solange, or 30/30 seems like a good like fixed number if you want to keep it fixed. So like for example, if you took the sweep down here off the value low, 30/30 would have been fine. I mean, you can probably do it for even tighter, but I think 30/30 could be fine. Bring that up a little bit. I mean, price is still stuck within this range. If you look here on the 30 minute, so if you just focus on this area right here, this is basically where market, this is from 2:30 a.m. So basically from 2:30 a.m. until now, price has just been going back and forth within this area here, back and forth. All right, not too much going on here, guys. Let's see, let's go back to the main chart. All right, so we're getting, I mean, if you look here, price is really just, it keeps pulling back into the range. So like I said earlier, guys, if you get entries here that pull back into the range, ideally that's kind of like where you want to trade. You don't really want to trade outside of it. The main range right here is really down the middle. So if you look down this middle area right here, this is kind of where price ends up pulling back to. It'll pull out sometimes like it did right here, and then it fakes out right back into the range. Same with this right here, right? Price pulls below the range and it fakes out right back into the range. That's why earlier I was taking the sell over here because I was looking to ride within the range. So we have a possible buy MPSV2 setting up right here, buy signal, possible retracement, and then possible continuation right here. So we'll see. We had a gas stock change that happened over here at 7:30. Gas stock change was positive or negative actually. It was mixed. So we had oil stock change, which is negative, gas stock change, which was positive. Financial juice doesn't really have any says EU prepares a trade proposal for the US to steer momentum into talks. What at 7:01. Okay, so at 7:01, now we can see what causes a big spike earlier, guys. We had this over here that said the EU prepares a trade proposal for the US to steer momentum into talks. So basically, discussing the tariff stuff, that's what caused that big 100-point spike right there. No entry here yet for a buy. We had a buy signal, retracement, no confirmation. In order for there to be an entry here, price would have to break and close above this area right here. All right, so the buys didn't actually come up right here. We have a possible sell signal here that's now pending. Sell signal pending. Area of target will probably be this lower range right here. So you want to be careful. If you guys are looking to take a sell right here, guys, you might want to be a little cautious about your entry because, like I said earlier, whenever price breaks out of this area, it tends to be a possible fake out. This could be a liquidity sweep right here as well. So we have price coming down to this area of liquidity right here. There's another lower level down here. So there's two areas for a sweep. A sweep may happen right here where it's currently at, or the sweep may happen down here. It's next level. 315 is going to be the area of, okay. Yeah, so now looking at this here, I think the sweep could probably be it could be a lot lower. So 315 down here. 345 was the original earlier one. Yeah, I'd be careful for any sells right here, guys, because this is kind of where I see the sweep happening at. Because we have the value low, which is down here, and we also have liquidity, which is also down here. So I'd be careful with any sells at this point. Possibly sweep right there. Liquidity sweep, liquidity grab, same thing, guys. Some people call it sweep, some people call it grabs. It's just really up to preference. Let's see. All right, Brock, are you done for the day? Yeah, I know it's all good. It's all good on that trade there. All right, we have a possible MPSV2 setting up right here, guys. Possible MPSV2 right there. And let's see where it ends up going from there. All right, no entry there yet, guys. Volatility here is kind of slowing down a little bit. Or not. It was slowing down and it picked right back up. So we're getting a nice rejection right here. Like I said, this is going to be an area where I expect a liquidity grab to happen. So I'd be looking for possible liquidity grabs to happen right here. Because this here lines up with the value low on the 30-minute time frame. And there goes that grab that I mentioned. So yeah, if you're looking to take that from right here, it'd be from this liquidity. It's on its way back up right there, almost. And it's about to hit for a full TP right there. So yeah, see Talanji, the 30 works pretty nice. There goes a liquidity grab. I mean, it played out exactly how I thought it would play out. Like I said, this was right next to the value low right there. Liquidity is where the entry would have sat for 30 points. I'm like thinking like maybe this should be something we should incorporate into our strategy. I'll keep looking at it and we'll keep testing it. We'll keep going forward with it. But yeah, I mean, it looks like it could be a pretty good opportunity for an extra strategy to add on. Not necessarily replace the MPS V2, but to uh to add on. All right, there's nothing here yet. $7.51 right now, guys. Price is pushing up. Possible MPS V2 for a buy if this buy signal closes. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. But I mean, just looking at like where price is currently sitting right now, not really expecting too much. All right. So the buy signal never closed right there, guys. Um, yeah, it looks like more people here are just kind of wrapping it up for the day. Sam said missed the buy, was waiting for 42,300. But he's done for the day. Yeah, no problem, Sam. Sam said thanks for the day. Yeah, if there's any other questions that you guys have, feel free to hop into the chat, guys. It's 7:53 right now, so we're getting closer to 8 o'clock. The volatility here is starting to die down. Again, if you guys are just joining in on the session, or if you guys haven't been here the whole session, a couple entries came up for today. We had the breakout, which hit full TP. We had an MPS V2 that came up right here, MPS V2 that lost right here, MPS V2 which won right here. And then a liquidity sweep that I was identifying right here for a buy that hit full TP. Yeah, I mean, other than that, guys, not really much else here to really look at. I'll keep marking up these liquidity sweeps. I think these liquidity sweeps do help a lot. Maybe in the future, maybe I'll start incorporating this strategy into my entries. But for now, I'm just going to keep following, um, how the market's moving. Today was pretty choppy. It was a lot of ranging movements here. I did draw this range here, so price pretty much respected this range throughout the day. And I think it's probably going to keep respecting as price continues to move along. So right now, as we get closer to 8 o'clock, the volatility here is probably going to start to flatten out. You can see here the market volatility is getting a lot lower, and price is probably just going to sit within this range here. This price goes back and forth. So we'll see. In the future, I know some of you guys are probably going to want to adjust your TP stop loss for these liquidity sweeps. You probably don't have to do a full-on 30-30. So we talked about this, or Talonji asked about, like, would there be a fixed TP stop loss with this? For this over here, I mean, you can probably make it even tighter. It's just going to be up to preference. So, all right, I think that might be it, guys. So if there's any other questions, feel free to hop into the chat. Otherwise, we'll be done with this pretty soon. What's up, Miko? Miko's asking, what's the best platform for futures? I think majority of us use NinjaTrader. If you're on a Mac, you can't use NinjaTrader because it's not Mac compatible. So if you're on a Mac, you probably want to use Tradeovate. But NinjaTrader is probably the better option because they do have copiers that you can use and stuff like that. I use NinjaTrader for everything. So, and NinjaTrader does own Tradeovate. So if you do have a Tradeovate account or a NinjaTrader, you can trade between both of the accounts. So NinjaTrader and Tradeovate are basically the same. But all right, guys, 7:55 right now. We have market hitting 8 o'clock in about 5 minutes. The volatility here is pretty flat. It's probably going to stay flat for the next, 30 minutes to an hour. It's probably going to sit within this range. So you're probably not going to see too much happen from now until then. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. Otherwise, I think this will be it for the day. So. All right, guys, if there's any other questions, hit me up on Discord. Otherwise, we'll be back here, same place, same time tomorrow as we continue on with this trading week. Tomorrow is Thursday. We have a couple of news events, I believe. We have jobless claims, initial jobless claims, 4-week average. You have S&P Global Services PMI, inflation news. And then for Friday, we have new home sales and building permits. So, all right, guys, I think that's it for the day. If you guys have questions, hit me up. Otherwise, I will see you guys back here tomorrow for the next live session. So, all right.